Welcome to episode 3 of The Weakest Link. Let's meet more 9 contestants who hope you win big.
Hey, I'm Lauren.
I'm Peter, a retired steelworker from Crewe.
Hey guys, I'm Christina Cimarelli.
Hello, I'm Dominic Mistrio.
I'm Keris, a musical theatre student from Dorset.
Hello, I'm Sylvie Bell from Old Laurentian.
I'm Amy.
Hello, I'm MC Vishkin.
I'm Beth, a music student from Preston.
And that's the contestants. Time for round 1. Hello, I'm Adam Blythe. Now listen carefully for the 9 of you. McIntyre eliminates Cena and Bryan eliminates Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre looks to be retaining the World Heavyweight Championship when William Regal's music hits and distracts McIntyre, allowing Daniel Bryan to eliminate Drew McIntyre to regain the World Heavyweight Championship. After the match, CM Punk returns and has a stare-down with Daniel Bryan. Now, any questions before voting off?
I don't think so. Sometimes, but I wouldn't say usually. And someone you only talk to for a little bit can really break your heart, especially when you're young.
You know what, Sir Rudolph of Old Laurasia? Since you tried to kill all of your contestants, you're now out the first one, and we're ending the show right now.
Yes, Nelly, my dear. You must never fear, for my moustache is here. No, for your hero is here. Sniffs, what's that smell? It's foul.
Ooh, whoa, girls.
What? How dare you steal your Siberian CD? Time to kill you. Coming up, it's UK Garage Mix for 1 hour non-stop.
My favorite genre of music. Sir Rudolph of Old Laurasia. That's enough. And that's all we got time here on NHK World Newsline. Stay tuned for more episodes of Tipping Point. Goodbye. Hello, I'm Triple H. Only 8 of you are left. Let's go. The Go Animate City Omega Mall has been bombed and completely destroyed today. More than 400 million people died and whole entire families have been completely destroyed and wiped out. More than 380 million people were injured. Now, any votes?
I think I do know it, because I think we sell them at work. I think I remember talking about this with my dad the other day, and I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo.
All right, Bushkin, you're definitely gonna get eliminated for this.
No, let me handle this. Everyone, can you make some noise for subjects, please? It's time for award ceremony for 1 hour.
That's it. We're ending the show. And that's all we got time here on NHK World Newsline. Barney Error is next, so see you then. Hello, I'm Rowan Kent. Do you guys know me from Capital FM? Now, the outmember named Princess Nebuchadnezzar has escaped from Northern Fire Emblem Gate and destroyed that place with her 980,000 megaton Japanese clean hydrogen bomb, killing 900 craftily annoying people and permanently spreading lots and lots of Japanese culture, landscapes, countrysides, and laws. Now, any votes before we finish the show?
Hey, Mike. So all of a sudden I have to get a shot every single day of my life.
Next one. Do you regret getting signed with that lady from London?
Peter Rickson, he screwed voted off because he helped and realized Sir Rudolph to win the weakest link. And that's all. Stay tuned for the Vodafone Big Top 40. Goodbye. McIntyre. Only 6 of you left. Here we go. A deadliest 9/11 size mass shooting has struck Guantanamo Omega Middle School. 10,000 students, 2,000 militarized security officers and 8,000 teachers died, and about 5,000 students, 2,000 militarized security officers and 3,000 teachers were injured. We have identified 11 students caught on camera armed with deadly maximum powerful quadruple barrel maximum power miniguns equipped with highly explosive and flammable heat-seeking and stackable bullets. Now any votes?
I'm really shocked that it actually looks pretty like...
The only female ones I can think of is the Venus Sisters.
Dominic, I'm sorry, but we have to end that show. And that's all the headlines. Family Feud is up next on NHK World. Goodbye.
Hello, I'm Bianca Belair. Well, all 5 girls are through to the next round. Let's go. Theresa May is set to announce a £106 million funding boost for the research and development of zero-emission vehicles to help meet a target for UK roads to be free of petrol and diesel cars by 2050. Speaking at the inaugural Zero Emission Vehicle Summit in Birmingham today, the Prime Minister will lay out her vision for how Britain will lead from the front in phasing out petrol and diesel cars in favor of green technology. Now, any votes?
Yeah, I do. No, it's completely gone. I'm gonna have to pass it over.
Like, I'm sick. Yeah. I have some kind of sickness, so I'm tired all the time.
What a tie break. Anyways, the person who gets the strongest link is Lauren. So Lauren, what do you think who is going to leave the show right now?
Christina, she's like really motivational person, if you guys don't know that, but she gave us kind of this speech where she was like, guys, like...
Christina, I'm sorry. We had to end that show. But since you did really well by getting second place 2 episodes in a row, you're out. And that's all we got time here on NHK World Newsline. Toxic Wedding Culture from the Jim Morelli podcast is up next on NHK World. But for now, goodbye.
Hello, I'm Sonic. Only Sons Edwards, Lauren T. Morelli, Amy T. Morelli, and Beth left. Now, the UK has reported 1 coronavirus-related death and 3,383 infections in the past 24 hours. The single death was confirmed in Scotland, meaning England has recorded 0 daily deaths for just the 5th time since the government started collecting the figures in March 2020. Now any questions before voting off?
My highlight was that I did some work on my painting with Prince, and I'm very excited.
Beth, I'm sorry, but we're ending that show, and that's all. We're watching NHK World Newsline. The film Across Japan is up next on NHK World. Goodbye. Hello, I'm Drew McIntyre. Wow, only Ceres Edwards, Lauren, and Amy T. Morelli are left. Here we go. A 29-year-old man has been arrested on suspicion of murdering a mother and her child. A search for Daniel Balton was launched after Bethany Vincent, 26, and her 9-year-old son Darren Henson were found stabbed at a house on High Hole Road, Louth, on Monday. Now, any questions before the final votes until Newsline Biz?
Actually, I remember my sister had this really short friend.
I already have these problems. So every day comes with its own problems. So if you don't deal with the day's problems, you're taking them into the next day, and you're just adding and adding and adding.
Series. I'm sorry. We're ending the show. Wow, look at this. Sister versus sister into a head-to-head. But who's gonna win in this line this? We'll find out after the commercials. So stay tuned. This is New Line, Big Line, only Lauren and Amy left. Here we go. At WrestleMania Backlash, Roman Reigns retains his Universal title against Cesaro. Stair Rollins makes a save after the attack from Roman and Jey, but then, Stair Rollins attacks Cesaro, destroys him, starts beating him, and in the arm by hitting Cesaro with the curved stomp. Lauren, you're tonight's strongest link. Amy, you lead with nothing.